Hello there friend, welcome back to my channel and to the first video of the year. Happy new year. So this video felt right to start off 2023 because it's an appreciation video for every one of you that has subscribed to my channel. I recently got to 500 subscribers, which is so exciting, and I decided to do a little giveaway, but it did not sit right with me that I was giving it to just one person, yet it took the 500 of you to get us here. So I looked for something that would be for everyone, beginner, intermediate, and also experienced, something that is trending, something that you would use on a daily, something that would really complement each wardrobe. So I decided to come up with a mini tote bag pattern, and I didn't have any experience when I was making this of the digital pattern making, so I started teaching myself, and I'm hoping that this is the year where I get to start putting out a pattern. If that is something that you would want me to do, tell me in the comments. I'm in the process of learning. So this pattern is really simple. It does not require you to have a lot of sewing skills. You just have to know how to maneuver a machine, and that's it. So the pattern is totally free for my subscribers, so make sure you subscribe down below, and the link is in the description box and also the first comment that is pinned, and it will lead you to a website where you will be able to download, maybe answer a few questions, but you will have to pay nothing at all. It's totally free. So what you will need to make this bag is, of course, the pattern that you can download, and also half a yard of your main fabric, half a yard of your lining fabric, half a yard of your interfacing, and a zipper, a tape measure, a ruler, a pencil, and your machine, of course, threaded. And this does not take much of your time. It takes around a day, and it's really cheap. As you've heard, it does not take much fabric. These are the pages that you'll be able to print. The pattern has only 6 pages, and the only piece that I don't have here is the cover page. Now when it comes to putting together the pattern, I like the fold over method, where you fold one page where the pattern ends and then you place it on the next page. Now you can do all the pages all together, join the pages all together, or join the pages where you only need the ones that make up a whole pattern piece. That's what I did because I didn't have a lot of time, and that works well and saves you a lot of time. And after joining each one of the pages and pattern pieces, you will cut each out. And for how I made it so that you have your sewing line and also your seam allowance line. So the first line is your seam line, and the second one is your seam allowance line, where you will cut it so that you can see how the final measurement is. Now that our patterns are already cut out, this is the fabric that I'll be using. It's a leftover from a previous video that I loved so much, and then I'll be using this cream lining. So for cutting out the zipper pocket, you cut one out of just the lining. The divided pocket, you cut one out of the lining. Straps, you cut two out of the main fabric, and the bottom and the side panel, you cut one out of the main fabric and one out of the lining. And then the main body, you cut two out of the main fabric and two out of the lining. Let's start with the divided pocket. So you will grab your divided pocket piece and you will fold over the top twice and press that, and then the sides, the bottom, you will just fold it over once, because this will be top stitched on to our lining. And you will now stitch the top part that you folded twice so that it can create its own seam. And you'll grab your lining fabric, place your sewed lining piece, that is your pocket piece, and you will sew the sides and the bottom and also the center of the entire fabric, but do not sew the top. You can alter this measurement right here and you will have your pattern. So now let's make the zippered pocket. I have a full short tutorial on my YouTube. I'll link it right here. It explains everything in the right way. You can check that out.
Taking my time to look at you after all that we've been through, wondering how you can do it, 'cause singing queer with someone new. Is she the one you've been dying for, keeping you out here more and more? You've been missing and yet.
Now that we're done preparing the lining, let's prepare the main fabric and we'll start with the straps. And for the straps, I fold them over so that I can determine the center, and then fold the edges to my center part, and I will fold it over again so that I can have clean edges and sew that in place. Watching the video explains it better than I can, and that will make up my straps instead of sewing and turning it inside out. That's just a lot of work and takes more time. These are my straps. Now let's add them to our main body. So these are my main body pieces. There are only two of them, and I fused them with interfacing so that I can get a bit of stability. If you want stability, then you need to add this step, and I just placed my straps on to my main body pieces on the right sides, and then I top stitched that in place. This you can add however you want, however comfortable you are. There are no restrictions to this.
IG, get you thought I couldn't find her ID. You can hide the truth. Now I know why you left my calls on hold. Every time I found out you got reasons not to be around, but you fucked it.
The straps are on and preparation is done. So now we move on to making the bag. Now grab your side and bottom panel, which is on fold. It's just one whole piece. So for this one, you will be attaching the main fabric to the main fabric and the lining to the lining, and you will determine the center of your main body, and from that you will pin all across and on the sides and at the bottom as the side and panel body panel states, and sew that in place. But for the lining piece, you will need to leave a little bit of space so that you can turn everything inside out once you are done. And this is how the lining looks, and the main body as well. They are both sewn in. As you can see now, it looks more of a bag. The only part that is left is attaching the lining to the main body, and we do that at the top. So I turned my main body wrong side out and my lining fabric right side out so that I can put my right sides facing and sew the top, the entire top. And one thing that you should not forget is making sure that your straps are on the inside. That is, you put them in between the lining and the main fabric. Make sure that they're sandwiched, they're not outside. As you can see right here, they are outside, but when I pinned everything, I put them inside, and then you'll just sew all around, as you can see right here.
You should praise yourself. I'm done putting my trust on you.
Once you are done sewing, make sure to turn it inside out and do a top stitch at the top. This will make sure that your bag does not move on the inside, and this is how it finally looks. I love this mini tote bag. Tell me how you think in the comment section, and when you make it, make sure to tag me on Instagram, and the hashtags are on the pattern, and subscribe. I love you guys. Bye.